Hello, Roland Warren here. Recently, the ABC series Scandal aired an episode that surprised their fans and delighted the folks at Planned Parenthood. The series' lead character, Olivia Pope, played by Kerry Washington, had an abortion. This was a surprise because it was never revealed in the show that she was pregnant. However, in the real world, it was a case of advocacy masquerading as TV, because it's clear that the show's creator, Shonda Rhimes, who is a pro-choice advocate and supporter of Planned Parenthood, wanted to give a shout-out to the abortion giant, replete with all of Planned Parenthood's talking points disguised as dialogue. In any case, much of the conversation about the show has focused on the fact that the music that accompanied the abortion in the scene was Silent Night. Certainly an odd and troubling choice, given that this Christmas favorite celebrates the birth of the innocent, and the scene seeks to normalize the death of the innocent. Moreover, the Virgin Mary, who too faced an unplanned pregnancy, did not let the circumstances of the conception of her child determine the worth and humanity of her child, and she protected the life inside her. Not so in the case of Olivia Pope. Alas, a silent night is not always a holy night, especially when you sacrifice the life of an innocent one. Nonetheless, and predictably, Planned Parenthood and NARAL too praised the show. And one celebrity tweeted that the show's script was brave. But I gotta tell you, in what was probably the most realistic scene in the show, the look on Pope's face and the shot of her gripping the rails of the hospital bed as the abortionist started the procedure demonstrated clearly that abortion is a grisly business. If this scene represents putting a positive and winsome spin on abortion, it fails in my view. As I watched the scene, I was reminded of a quote from Frederica Matthews Green, who once said, "A woman does not want an abortion like she wants an ice cream cone, a new dress, or a Porsche. She wants an abortion like an animal caught in a trap wants to gnaw off its own leg to escape." But there's another aspect of the abortion scene that was just as troubling. As they showed the abortion procedure, with Silent Night playing softly in the background, Olivia Pope's father, Rowan, played by Joe Morton, says these words: "Family is a burden, a pressure point, soft tissue, an illness, an antidote to greatness. You think you're better off with people who rely on you, depend on you, but you're wrong, because you will inevitably end up needing them, which makes you weak, pliable. Family doesn't complete you, it destroys you." Wow. Why would they juxtapose Silent Night and abortion and these words in the same scene? And it dawned on me that his words laid bare the naked truth about what abortion is truly all about to some of its most strident supporters, when you look past the pink and mute the focus group tested talking points. You see, abortion is not just an assault on the sanctity of human life. It's also an assault on the sanctity of family and God's design and purpose for it. It's a practice that asserts that family is a burden that destroys you, and babies, the soft tissue that inevitably leads to family, are too. Moreover, families and babies are a hindrance to your greatness and your pursuit of your autonomous self, which should be protected above all else. And here's the thing, Morton, who spoke these words, tweeted to celebrate the show and this scene. Here's what he wrote: "Only Shonderland could make Rowan's last speech over Olivia's abortion sound like gospel. Hashtag scandal." Sound like gospel. Hashtag wow. You see, something that is gospel is something that is regarded as true and should be implicitly believed. So this worldview about family, this worldview about abortion is a gospel to some. But it is another gospel that is not the good news, not the life-saving gospel of Jesus Christ that affirms the sanctity of family and the sanctity of life. And as Paul says in Galatians 1:8, we should and must reject another gospel, even if it's preached by angels, and certainly if it's preached with clever dialogue and engaging plot lines from Hollywood. To not reject this gospel would be, well, scandalous. Until next time, may God bless you daily as you serve Him faithfully.